A lot of the times, feeling stuck doesn't come from a lack of potential, but it comes from you living the same day over and over again. You ever seen Groundhog Day? It's a pretty good movie, but he's living the same day over and over again, and he keeps waking up and living the same day over and over again. And that's how a lot of people feel in their day to day lives. That's how a lot of people are navigating their day to day lives now. And that's a big reason why people feel stuck a lot of the times. They're living the same day on repeat, and things around them are changing, but they're not changing themselves. There's an illusion of progress with a lot of us. We fall into these routines and we get used to doing the same things over and over again. But you've all heard the phrase, work smarter, not harder. And that can go a long way sometimes, because if you're just working hard every day, but not working towards the things that are actually going to help you, you could be working really hard, but still not getting to where you want to go and still feeling stuck. You can confuse activity with you moving in a direction you want to move in, and filling yourself up with a bunch of busy work or just work that isn't going to actually help you get to where you want to go is the easiest way, the easiest trap that people fall into, with feeling like they're going somewhere, but then they end up feeling stuck. And feeling stuck can also mean that your actions and habits don't match your ambition and who you actually want to be. Those two things don't align with each other, so you feel off. Everything leading up to your life right now is a makeup of your habits and your choices and what you tolerate for the most part. So if all the habits you've been doing and all the choices you made don't align with who you want to become in the future, then you're going to feel stuck all the time. You're going to feel like you're not going anywhere and you're on a hamster wheel going in circles. And some of those traps, I've made videos about it, but your environment, the people you're around, if they're not changing or growing, the habits and substances that you are using or not using, the everyday just routines that you're doing in your environment, the things you're around, the things you're intaking, the things you're like watching, you're reading, you're listening to, all that stuff matters. And it's hard for you to change and get unstuck when everything around you is reinforcing that stuck version of yourself. It's like trying to run with 100-pound weights on each ankle and a 100-pound weighted vest. You just are carrying a lot of extra weight around when you don't really have to. You're running with all this weight and you're trying to finish a race. And there's a fear in the unknown and fear in growing and becoming unstuck, trying to unstick yourself, because you're just walking into a void and you don't really know what's in there. But I kind of like to think of it like you're driving in the fog, and you're driving in the fog and you have to get to a destination. Are you just gonna pull over and wait it out for who knows how long it's gonna be foggy outside? What if you're just in an area that it's gonna be foggy for months? It's just a part of the world that's just always just murky and foggy. You have to keep driving. You have to keep driving and keep going on that road, even though you can only see just a few feet ahead of you. And that's how growing usually is, and getting unstuck usually is. All you have to worry about is what's right in front of you and what you can directly see a few feet ahead of you. You can control that. You can actually do things in that space. Stop trying to look out all the way to the end of the road and trying to figure everything out, because you're never going to figure everything out. Even if you plan everything, your plans are just going to usually go out the window. Plans don't always go how you think they're going to go. They usually change. And growing often means letting go of stuff. You don't always have to add on stuff if you want to get unstuck. Most of the time you need to let go of stuff and stop doing stuff. So you got to let go of just laziness, people that are negative that you shouldn't be around. You got to let go of content and things that aren't serving you and that are making you feel bad. Like if you realize that if you watch a certain video or you listen to a certain podcast or you watch the news or something like that, if it makes you feel worse, then that's something for you to let go of. And don't be guilty about it. Just be honest about it, because that's the only way you're going to be able to get unstuck and introduce new things, new versions of whatever you let go of. You got to substitute things. You can't just cut everything cold turkey. You got to have a substitute for it when you cut it, because if you don't, it's going to be easier for you to go back to it. It's the same with anything you want to let go of. If you really want to cut out sugar, you can't just cut out sugar 100% and think you're going to be able to white knuckle it the whole way. if you have a substitute, like you replace it with fruit, which I know is its own version of sugar, but let's just say you replace it with fruit, and every time you want something sweet, you eat fruit instead. It's going to be a whole lot easier for you to get off of the sugar, like the artificial sugar, like the candy bars or the cakes and the cookies or whatever you're trying to stay away from, if you have that alternative. And you also will feel stuck if you don't have a structure or a framework. My last video was about you need structure and not motivation, because your routines actually matter more than pretty much anything else. When you're getting up, when you're going to sleep, the non-negotiables in your day, the kind of work you're getting done, if you're going to train, if you're going to read, all these different things. If you structure these things out, like I said in the last video, download Google Calendar and plan everything out in your calendar. Plan your days out and just do what the calendar says, and then you'll make progress in all those areas. So if it's go to sleep, wake up, work, then after work or before work, add in a training session. And then if you want to read 10 pages, read 20 pages at this time. You got to get on the computer, add that in on the calendar, add in all these things that are going to help you actually get to where you want to go. And then you'll start to feel unstuck when you are actually doing those things, because you'll start to have a groove. You'll have a nice momentum to fall into. Having structure is one of the best things you can do with your day, because you don't just feel stuck like you're just coasting through things through your life. You're not just floating through, because you're actually doing things and you're following a structure and a routine. And also in that, you can add in your rest too. You say you want to, if you're like me and when you want to chill out, you hop on a video game, play a little, right now I'm playing the first Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm getting through the Outer Worlds 2 slowly. I have single player games that I just take my time with and chill out with, but I also play online games with friends, like playing through Arc Raiders right now, Battlefield 6. But you can put that in your calendar too. You're like, okay, I'm doing these things in this day, and then when I do all that, afterwards I'm gonna play something or whatever you like to do. It could be a board game, whatever you like to do. If it's just a show you like, add in all your stuff. You're like, after this, then I'll watch my show and I'll chill out. You have to give your day some structure, because if not, you'll find yourself doing the fun things all day. You'll find yourself playing the games all day, or just watching the show all day or something like that. And that leads you to feeling stuck. But oftentimes you'll feel stuck because what you want and what you're doing aren't aligned. So you gotta make some changes with what you're doing right now. And oftentimes when you do that, you'll feel unstuck when you start moving in that direction. The best way to treat that feeling of being stuck and treat that feeling of, dang, I'm not doing enough or something feels off, is action. Just pick some things to do and just do them. Whether it's, like I said, training, learning, working, whatever you feel like you have to do to get to that. But if you feel like you're stuck, the worst thing you can do is do nothing, because then you're just going to feel like that forever. So update your habits, your routines, some things you want to do, write them down, plan them out, Google Calendar, all that good stuff. But that was all I was thinking about today. If you got this far, my name is TJ. If you found this helpful, consider liking, consider subscribing. I got some more stuff on the way. I'll be here for a little bit. But until then, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all.